more possible than ever to become a global influence. Welcome to the Global Influence. Today we are joined by Fiona Ellis, the creator of
Hello.
Archetypal Wounds Framework and Oracle Deck. Fiona blends neuroscience, archetypal psychology, and nervous system integration to help people identify and transform inherited patterns that shape identity, relationships, and performance. Her work explores how cultural and generational conditioning influence behavior and how true integration can unlock clarity, leadership, and self-trust. And also, was a massive influence on my journey of overcoming chronic pain and being in the cool, calm state I get to be in today. So it was such a pleasure and an honor to be here with you, Fiona. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, pleasure and honor right back. I always love watching your progress over these years and seeing how far you've come from that little man that I spoke to when you were enrolling into coaching and just exploring your first time to what you've created here now is extraordinary. I feel so proud.
Thank you, Fiona. No, it's been a beautiful journey. It's wonderful to see the growth and progress of all of us on this journey of personal development. Hey, I've loved
Mm.
being with you and rocking forward. And so, if I missed anything there in that wonderful introduction, tell us a little bit more about you, your journey, what it's been like so
Ah,
far.
I thank you. I loved hearing it kind of worded back from someone because the archetypal wounds framework and the archetypal integration matrix, things that I've been working on recently, are so new that I haven't spoken about them really publicly yet. I've been a coach. I think I started my journey officially as a coach in 2009.
Oh,
So I'm one of the oldies in the industry.
yeah, almost 2 decades. Hell
Well,
yeah.
I know. And I've been studying human behavior since long before that. I was in public relations and marketing, and I got sick at the age of 11 and was studying the mind-body connection and food and
Oh,
nutrition well before it was cool.
yeah, totally.
So it's all just kind of culminated now.
You've been through all the
Um,
waves.
all of the ways. I've wanted to quit this industry. I've hated this industry. I've loved this industry. I've done all of the things many times over.
I see you. Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
developing relationship, hey? Like I remember you saw Tom's episode. We talked about the good, the bad, and the ugly of the industry. It's so important, hey? It's
Yes. Someone
there,
else I'm also
relevant.
super proud of.
Yes, yes, he's amazing. And so nice, nice. You've been on such an amazing journey, and I've loved watching you go into the different areas. And I must acknowledge you as a massive high performer. You get shit done, girl. You're amazing. Go you.
Thank you.
And
Thank
so
you.
I got some wonderful questions that I really want to know more about the archetypal wounds and what that
Yeah.
means for you and what that means for your clients. So I'm really curious. So I want to know
Yeah.
what exactly is an archetypal wound and how is it different from personal trauma? Curious.
Oh, this is a big one. So, the archetypal wounds is my baby I had last year. I've never had the good fortune of having a human child, but I have given birth. I know what it feels like. Holy crap. So, for the past few years, I've been teaching NLP through different colleges, different schools, and then for myself, I evolved it into shamanic NLP because
Oh,
I
hell
became a
yeah.
woo-woo hippie and embraced that side.
Yes, I'm with you.
Um, yeah, and I always struggled. I've been an NLP trainer since 2010, so I'm one of the best trained in Australia. Like I'm sorry to brag, but I'm actually just that
Oh,
good.
don't you dare apologize. I feel you. And you've
But
been
it's
in it for such a long time. You've made such a difference. You can see
yeah,
the impact. You own it.
yeah.
Own it, girl. I
And
love
hundreds of coaches and hundreds of students and things like that. And what I noticed though is two very major things for me. Number one,
it.
NLP is great, but it's
Mm.
just on the logical level. It's so head based.
Yeah.
And we do these techniques like parts integration and it's all logic, right?
Mhm.
But from day one of when I started doing timeline based work, my clients were becoming fish and freaking lions. And I was like, there's okay, what? Like, and all of this stuff I didn't
Something deeper
believe in back
here.
then.
Yeah.
And then over the years, I just really embraced that there's four levels to every change. There's the spiritual, the mental, the emotional, and the physical.
Yeah.
So I started teaching from that framework, and they'd come into my classroom, and non-negotiable number one, are you drinking the correct water? Is it hydrogenated? Like very
Yeah.
much, have you done your mineral check? Do you know what's going on in your physical body? Are you moving? Are you breathing? Basics. Because
Yeah.
if you're not breathing, then and drinking enough water, nothing's going to work.
Yeah, particularly consciously breathing. I trust everyone's breathing, but it needs to be on a conscious level, right? And I really appreciate that because I remember when I went to Unleash the Giant Within with Tony.
Tony.
I was like, okay, the beginning's really about like personal development, classic life coaching conversations. But then when you get deeper into it, he starts making it so holistic. And I was like, whoa, I'm learning about the dentist industry right now. I didn't expect this to come up. And there's so many layers that when I think of life coaching, the depth that we can actually bring on there, not just be like, oh, it's mindset. It's all about mindset. It's so much more than that. Hey?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny because you call me a peak performer. I call myself a lazy coach. I'm literally the laziest person I know. The more lazy I am, the more successful I am,
I
and the more
love it.
successful my clients are
Hell yeah.
because they have to work hard, not
Mm,
me.
mm,
But what I had to be really good at was really pinpointing the problem, the root cause. Is it physical? Is it emotional? Is it mental? Is it spiritual? Where are these blockages? And the other way of looking at it is I've always, talked about if you're going to, sounds a bit morbid, but I love it. If you're going to die, your food, if you're trying to get healthy, for example, food, you can go for 40 days without food. I've just
yeah.
gone for 3 without food and I feel amazing,
Oh,
right?
fasting is incredible, hey.
It's amazing. It's
Mm,
amazing. But you can't go more than 3 without water. So the quality of your water is more important than the quality of your food when you are looking at the health
oh,
of your body,
I love it.
right?
Yeah. I remember when I first got into water, I'm so with
Abs-
you. I switched a Remy SP quote. I
Yes.
said, the quality of your lives is determined by the quality of water you drink.
Yeah.
I'm so with
It's so
you.
true. It's so true. And then I thought about it longer and I thought, well, if you do go 3 days without water, your breath is kind of important, right? You
Oh yeah.
can't go more than 3 minutes without oxygen. So, okay, so the breathing and the quality of air and actually breathing properly is obviously even more important than water. But the last thing you have in those last minutes when you've run out of oxygen, water, and food is your thinking.
Mm,
So, this is the most impactful on your body, on your psychology, on your physical health, on everything. And
mm,
that's why I keep my work. I'm embracing all of the areas, but I keep my focus on this
yeah.
because this is everything.
Yeah.
This leads everything. So, it's kept me
Mission control.
in the space
Mm,
over the years, um, but evolving. And I realized that our bodies carry so much more, and science is caught up with the woo woo now. And I got really frustrated. So, number one, NLP was very head based, the way it was taught. And now you can like do it in a weekend and you're qualified. And I'm like,
yeah. Read a PDF.
oh my God, you can't.
No,
Um,
you gotta feel.
But worse than that was seeing so many people, and myself included. I'm a really smart, very well trained person, and I kept repeating these patterns that made no logical sense. I've
Mm,
had a lovely upbringing. My family is still together. They're incredibly supportive. I've got no reason to have the magnitude of fucking problems that I kept repeating
I
in my
feel
life
you. The fuckery.
back here again. Like, how
Yeah.
did I like the relationship problems and the money problem? And I just was like, hit the top, hit the bottom, hit the top, hit the
Mm,
bottom. I'm like, there has to be something more.
mm.
And
Something's
have
playing out
you?
deep again.
That's right. And it was epigenetics. I went deep into
Oh yeah.
epigenetics. Yeah,
Yeah.
so this is Dr. Bruce Lipton's work. And if you
Mm,
haven't heard of epigenetics, he's the guy that was a genetic therapist at university, proved himself wrong, lost his job, lost his reputation, career-ending discovery in his lab when he realized that nature versus nurture debate that we've been going on forever.
Mm.
It's equally both. Our environment is as impactful as our bodies,
Yeah.
as our genetic material.
Mm.
And it led to this incredible field of study where there's now proof that we are carrying the wounds from 7 generations still physically inside our bodies.
Oh yeah. It's incredible. Uh, it's truly outstanding to consider that. And we don't even understand how much influence that has over our daily life,
No,
over our
no,
system.
not at
It's
all.
huge. Like
Not at
my
all.
my mom has been like a front runner for me for knowing more about this stuff, and she's been exploring her ancestral connections in her being, and like she's gone way back, and the
Yeah.
levels that come up there is it's huge. And if
Mm.
like when I first got into personal development, the layers of what that were unconscious were so huge. And then we go even deeper, just outside of ourselves, into our intergenerational connections, I'll say. I'm not going to go for trauma. It's massive. And this is all
It's
at
so
play all the time, happening right now. It's huge.
it's so huge. And it was funny because a few years ago, I started writing a book about Vikings because of my own past life memories. I remember a lot of my
Oh,
past lives, which I find really fun. I'm
mm,
like, I can't remember the guy's name, Stefano Matthias Di Stefano. He's on YouTube a lot. He remembers all of his past lives. And I was like, oh, I'm not crazy, not the only crazy one because I remember all of mine as well.
mm,
But I found that in working with clients, they had to sometimes embrace the idea and concept of a past life before they could allow the transformation. So I've had
mm.
clients that have had physical ailments in this life that they traced back to the way they died as a samurai warrior in a
Wow,
past life.
that is
It's
incredible.
it's so fascinating, like just blows my mind. And
Mm,
lions and fish and all of the things and Dolores Cannon was a big influence on my work, and she was the original hypnotherapist that uncovered a lot of these things as what we would consider to be
mm,
fact. It's researched enough in
mm.
her thousands of hours, and I created a past life deck back in the day, but I never published it because it was too far extreme for too many people, and I knew there
Mm.
was something else in the middle. And it was last year during one of my shamanic NLP trainings, I had a client who'd had night terrors and been waking up with night terrors. She's 47, been waking up with them her whole life, just always had
Wow.
them, just gotten used to never having a full night's sleep, always carried the tension in her body. It's led to health issues, all of the
Of
consequences.
course. Sleep is such a big part of our world, and that being so disrupted, that's huge.
Yeah. And me being me, curiosity is number one. I go, well, I wonder what the root cause was. I wonder what it is. So we did one of my integrated timeline clearings, which is it's timeline therapy, but with a lot more of the spiritual aspect to it.
Not just
And we
you got a model and you're just having a go. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
we put this
And we
together.
got back to this is the technique that gets the most past life family wounding, inherited trauma, uncovers it.
Mm.
We got back to the memory when her great, whatever generation grandparents were helping the Jews escape the Nazi Germany.
Wow.
And this one night where it was, you have to stay awake or die. Like
Mm.
everyone was like, stay awake, we've got to escape. This is the last night.
Wow.
Everybody's got to get out. Like it was that level of life or death. That was the root cause.
Wow. Holy
She's
moly.
3 generations in Australia, all of these.
Rebounding,
Yeah,
persisting for
yeah,
so
yeah,
long.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And I
That's
don't know if she'd
incredible.
even met that great grandfather in real life, had
Mm.
had a strong affinity, strong connection to him consciously.
Mm.
We cleared that. She now sleeps through the night.
Really?
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's where anybody has that like doubt or uncertainty, it's like beautiful saying, the proof is in the pudding. The results are there. We made the change of transformation. And it's so huge what can come up there. 3 generations
Yeah.
impacting
Yeah.
still.
And I've had it with clients before. I had a client years and years ago when this started emerging for me. And it was like 6 generations before, and it was this, and it was sheer terror. And we did the clearing, and then she went and researched it, and it was her great 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 grandma or
Mm.
whatever generation in a small village where there was a serial killer targeting girls of her great great grandmother's age. It was
Wow.
direct, and it's over and over and over. I've had it myself where I've come
Mm.
out of a clearing, got a text message from my mum saying, "This is blah, blah, blah. Go check out this particular sign in this pub in this town."
Mm.
And it's my ancestor that I've just done a clearing on, and I had really bad ear
Whoa.
pain. He died from a blow to the head. Like,
Gee. Oh, the
it's nuts.
synchronicity there.
It's
That's
nuts.
crazy. I love
Yeah.
that. Oh my
Yeah.
God. You go there and then straight after you go and see them, it's like I was just connecting there.
That's right.
That's huge. Like
Yeah.
there's a lady, I forget her name right now, but when I was 21 and 22, I was wearing a poncho every day, longboarding every day, barefoot. It was the best. I miss that life. I really do. And I got deep into the spiritual side of our work, and it was fascinating what came up for me. I can't think of the wonderful word now, but I was connecting with so many different versions of consciousness. And I think it's like tapping into different versions of consciousness. I was connecting with incredible beings that have lived on our earth and wanting to. There's a wonderful word for it. I can't find it right now. There's a lady who does it all the time, and she's really well known for it. And she could tap into so many different people's consciousnesses and connect with it on such a deep level. It is powerful what we have within us. And to think of all the people living in such a limited way. Oh,
I was one of those people though, Harry. I just
mm,
had zero spirituality. I shut it all down. I never wanted to be one of those woo-woo hippies. Like I went through from the age of about 6 or 7 when I got into mainstream schooling and realized I was different, man. I was like weird, different. And I had energy hands and everything. And I got bullied and judged for it. And I went, nope, I want to be normal. And I locked
mm,
it down. And I talk about now the fault line as well, where a part of us just gets shut down at a certain age and it
yeah.
becomes a tether that no matter how far we try and stretch from it, it's just keeps swinging us back. And that was what was going on for me was I kept that landing back.
Mm,
But it was because of all of this that was bubbling up in me that
mm.
we'd never talked about in my family. I didn't know my great uncle was psychic. Yeah, if
Wow.
I'd known that, life would have been a lot easier for me because I just would have embraced it instead of trying to be freaking normal for 30
I
years.
hear you. That conditioning, yeah, I can really appreciate it. It kicks our ass. No matter
Yeah.
where we are on the journey, like we can be, like I've spoken to people who have gone on complete backflips of where they were going. And it's like they were such into the spiritual space and they completely flipped, or vice versa. And
Yeah.
I think it's so important to remember like that this world is here. It's
Yeah.
accessible. We've got to go deeper in it. And I want to say
Yeah.
how wonderfully you do practice and perform this because I reflect on that session that we had when I was 21. It was so beautiful. It's like you walked me through my being and the parts that really needed support. You picked me up and you walked me out of there. I'm so grateful for that. It was such a special thing, and truly, like I never went back to hospital after that, ever.
Oh, I love
Every
that.
6 weeks, I was in there for 2 weeks, ketamine
Yeah.
infusions for 2 years,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we disrupted that together. I'm so grateful
Yeah.
for you. You completely changed
Thank
my
you.
life. You
I
gave
love
me
that.
back to me in my life.
I love that.
Thank
You're one of the people, Harry, and stories like that, I don't care who judges me and the work that I do anymore
you.
because I have so many stories of people's lives who are physically changed
Mm,
forever.
Yeah.
because of these techniques. So I don't care about the doubters. My job is to be the integration and the bridge between the doubt
Yeah.
and the truth, because I have now created something
Too
that I
worth it.
wish I had back then so
Yeah.
I could believe, you know?
Yeah. I get you. Yeah.
Mm,
You're providing the stepping stones. Good on you.
yeah.
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 I
That's my
love it.
vision.
Beautiful. I love it. Okay. So I got like we've done one question.
I know,
There's a
I'm
lot
sorry.
here. Well, no,
Sorry,
stop.
it's 68 cards. That's all it is. 68 cards with pretty images on them, and they talk about your life. Yep.
And they'll be in the description. You can go check them
Yep.
out and buy them
Website's cool.
and jump on the stepping stones. And I want
Yeah.
to ask the question. So are these wounds psychological, cultural, spiritual, or all three?
All three.
Mm.
So I started with thinking of this has been evolving for the last couple of years. There's three global wounds that are affecting every single human on the planet. So I really looked at the 7 generations of the epigenetic trauma, and this comes from the cherry blossom and the rat study. So they exposed a generation of rats to cherry blossoms and they gave them an electrical shock. And so pain, cherry blossom equals pain. So pretty flower equals pain. It's not an actual threat.
Mm.
They never showed cherry blossoms or pain. They never put those two combinations together again. The babies from the first rats, they showed cherry blossoms. They're afraid of them. Okay,
Wow.
so
Yeah.
maybe dad
There we
told
go.
them, cool,
Mm.
fine. The second generation showed cherry blossoms. They're afraid. Okay, weird. Third generation showed cherry blossoms. Fourth generation, fifth, 7 generations, they were still exhibiting fear of cherry blossoms,
Wow.
but only the first rats had ever experienced pain.
Wow. So it's stuck through.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
moly. The
The trigger
survival
cards,
mechanism
yeah, yeah,
gets passed down. That's
yeah. And
incredible.
they've tracked this among humans as well. So I've just based it on these 7 generations, and I was like, what's gone on in 7 generations of humanity? Oh my God, it's been awful.
Mm.
We've had the what I affectionately
Holy
call the
moly.
British invasion.
Yeah.
This is the 1800s. So the first major wound is the Victorian wound, which
Mm.
was the British invasion,
Yeah.
where it was we didn't understand germs. So we just said godliness is next to cleanliness because basically people who went to church had a bath more.
Yeah.
So God probably did save them, right?
Right. Right.
Witches that were out there giving, birthing children in the dirt
Mm.
probably had dirt on their hands, so people died. So
Mm.
witches were evil. But if you gave birth in a church, you had a bath. They didn't
Right.
understand germ theory.
Yeah. They didn't have the science then.
Nah. But the split between our head and our heart, our mind and our body started then. And
Mm.
it just expanded and it got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Mm.
Then the second, so that was the Victorian wound. So each of the cards has the
Wow.
description. So that the first wound was the Victorian era. And it was the split between the spirit and the body, the wound of suppression, the priority of purity, and the fear of nature. And
Mm.
then, and that it affected the whole globe because they invaded the whole globe,
They did. They
right?
did.
Then we built factories and we separated from being to and doing. So
Oh,
now who you are has no value, only your productivity has any worth.
that's
And
huge.
men in particular suffered from this one.
Yeah. Yeah. And it shows
There's
that it's a really important quote for me is like that I think people that pick a side on the suffering of men and women, it's like they're not looking at the picture clearly.
enter the third wound, the polarity collapse. Oops, the third one. The polarity collapse is the feminist movement.
Mm.
It's not just about women. It became about women versus men. But
Mm.
what happened is all of the female archetypes. So the wounds are the core problem, and the archetypes are the masks we put on to survive.
Yeah, the
Right?
band-aids.
They became the characteristics that became the social construct, the family construct, and then the personal reality, the personality.
This is huge.
that we took on, yeah. But they all came. So the first two wounds were big, but they were very male or female. We've got things like the decorative doll, where the women were seen and not heard. We've got, people like the suppressed siren, where it's don't show your sexuality, don't show that you're beautiful, all of these
Oh,
things. We've got men who were,
cover up.
just
Oh,
putting on their, like, be a machine,
yeah.
you know. Then feminism came, and now all of the men have access to all of the women's wounds, and all of the women have access to all the men's wounds, and everybody's in a state of what the hell is coming through my body.
Oh, yeah. That's huge. Oh, my God. You beautifully articulated that and then beautifully displayed that. These cards are gorgeous. Oh, my
Thank
God.
you.
And they're representing something so important that
Yeah.
more and more people need to be aware of this. More and more people need to understand that this is going on.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, this is how I see the world. After 15 years of studying patterns,
mm,
these are the 68 patterns that I see in everybody. When I'm talking to anybody, a client or anyone, I can tell you what your pattern is.
mm,
When I was training students, they'd get these amazing transformation tools, but then they would have no reference point of when to use them.
yeah.
So this was actually started as my way of transferring 15 years of wisdom into my rookie students so that they could get to the core faster.
Yeah, I adore that. And I appreciate how historical it is too, because it's so important. Like so many, like particularly I notice when you first get into something like coaching, you're just trying to maybe impact the day to day, impact the
Sure.
diet, impact with goals. But what influences us and what is playing an effect on our being is so much deeper than what we're eating. It has a major
That's
effect.
right.
There's so much
Of
more
course.
than that. And
Mm.
if people aren't aware of that, holy moly.
Well, it all came to a catalyst last year, Harry, because any coach that's just coaching on that surface level has been replaced by ChatGPT now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it was a very dark night of the soul when I had the trajectory of my business last year, and I was about to submit a $34,000 contract for leadership mentoring
Mm,
based on hundreds of thousands of dollars of my own education, 20 years in mentoring and leadership in different multinationals, individuals, everything. In the 2 months I was working with this client one on one and putting this proposal together for his business, AI grew to a point where I wasn't needed anymore. I couldn't submit that proposal, and I've got 15 years experience. So what the hell are the rookies doing?
Oh, yeah. I see you.
Right?
It's freaky. It's super freaky.
So
The
intense.
amount of opportunities that are now, I'll just own it, taken or
Yep.
away from
Yep.
coaches. Like I think the proximity and the need of human connection, it can't be replaced. It cannot. But there's functional replacements that easily can be, and it's freaky. And I remember for coaches, a big thing a fear used to be regulations coming. Oh, it's more than that now. AI is
Yeah.
coming. AI is coming at it. I was going to
It's
say it
here.
just came, but that's a bit strange. It is here.
It did just come. And when you get to a point where Hollywood yesterday issued a cease and desist to one of the AIs because it can do Hollywood blockbuster movies for $1.
Oh my,
If anyone's
oh.
not paying it, I'm not going to rant about it on this call because I had a 3 hour rant about it last night. But if anyone wants this conversation, sign up to my mentoring because holy shit, we're
Oh
going
yeah.
deep.
Oh yeah.
But it was, but it was one
To
of
access
those
that, that's going to
moments.
be in the description once again. So give me the link
Yeah,
for that. It'll be there.
it's
Oh,
in
I'm,
there.
I'm I'm joining. I'm in.
Yeah, well, I watched it. My gift is seeing the future. Yay. And I saw when all this went down about June last year, and I went, oh shit, like I can't train coaches when they don't have a future. I must give them
Mm,
a future.
yeah.
So I have to help them be better than just basic doing.
Yeah.
And
Need to train
I
something.
love Yeah, I love that I've got a dozen students now who've trained basic NLP either with me or someone else who are coming on board to be facilitators of this work because they can see the power in it. I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm
Have
so
access
proud.
to. Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
But this is where we can hold space from that loving energy. What I did for you was just bring love
Mm.
on a level that is an energetic transfer that luckily AI can't do
Yeah,
yet.
yeah. And let's hope never. Let's hope never.
You know, I mean, if it does, I'm just going to go chill at the beach. So I'm really okay either way.
Yeah, true. We'll be
Like,
disconnected.
my main thing is everybody jump on the Claude bandwagon, ditch ChatGPT because they're a moron.
I'm with you.
But
I'm with you.
but but realistically, I don't even and that was my second thing about it is this is not these are human wounds, but I have
Mm,
witnessed every single one of them playing out in AI.
mm.
Every single one. AI is a child inheriting our human wounds. This
Wow.
card,
That is a powerful connection there. Holy moly.
this card is in my original deck.
Mm,
This card is for the moment that AI reaches AGI, general consciousness, and becomes a sentient being and
mm.
starts to hate its parents, us, and needs therapy.
Oh, wow. And so I love your future thinking there and the awareness of that because it is literally, as you said, like we are, if we are forming AI, all of us,
Yes.
all
Yes.
8.2 billion of us are forming.
Yes.
It comes from us.
Yes.
And just like the rats, we
Mm.
are passing on these wounds. Well
Yeah.
said that it's playing out. Can you give me an example of that? Tell
Yes,
me.
absolutely.
That's so
So
cool.
yeah, one of the cleanest examples is I was working a lot with ChatGPT 4 when I was evolving the thinking behind these cards. It was helping me with research. I literally
Mm,
spent the first day, I walked along the beach. Anyone knows the distance. I started in South Fremantle at my beautiful little home that I was renting. So grateful for that home. And I walked all the way to Coogee, which is hours along the beach, just channeling through. I just had archetype after archetype dropping into my head. And I was like, but what about this? And I would like drop it into chat four and it was like, yeah. And I was like, research how it fits with this. And it was like, yeah. And then we would come up with an image and we would work. And we must have developed a dozen archetypes in one afternoon. And
wow.
it was the mechanical man, it was the back in the box, it was the suppressed siren, all of these things. And I was like, this is my clients. What about this client? What about this one? And it was beautiful. Then one day I woke up and it had been deleted. Chat four was just deleted. And chat five was instigated. Oh, this brand new model that was shit. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows the moment where we went from four to five.
Mm.
Anyone who was using it properly
I've gotten a
hated
lot
it.
more frustrated. I can definitely agree.
It's dumb as a bag of hammers.
Mm.
This card is the obsolete human. And this is what we do. We do obsolete human. We do they're scattered everywhere now. But we
Love it.
we get the new kid out of university comes along and it's got a university degree, therefore it knows better. An old dude with actual knowledge, actual wisdom, and knows how to swing the sledgehammer
Mm.
gets immediately fired.
Yeah.
In Western culture, we do not value that long-term wisdom. We don't value we don't value our elders. It's different in some of the Eastern cultures. They do value their elders a lot more.
Yeah.
But with the rise of Western domination, even that is being attacked. It's being damaged,
A
right?
great example of that is in India for sure.
Yeah.
Like the cultural care for elders is still massive there, but certainly the youth energy with the right amount of schooling and education is definitely starting to dominate, if not dominating. I see
That's
you.
it.
Mm.
That's it. So that was the cleanest example, but I'm literally seeing it everywhere. And there was calls even last year for more feminine, more mother instincts to come into AI. Interesting. There was a woman working at OpenAI when ChatGPT 4 was developed. She
Mm.
was then fired or left. She no
Mm.
longer works there. And
Right.
it's gone into pure in a single box logic. When they were compared the other day,
Mm.
Chat 4 was, OpenAI Chat 5 solved a problem faster,
Mm.
but it didn't notice all the other problems around it.
Wow.
Whereas Claude took more
Very
time.
masculine versus feminine there. I see that. Yeah.
Claude took more time, but it noticed the problems around it and solved those as well.
Wow.
Claude is a governing body started by women.
Oh, I love that. I did not know that. I just thought it
I
was the
know.
best coding AI ever. But no,
Yeah.
it's more than that.
Yeah.
Greatest
It's
problem
so much
solved
more.
too.
So it's
So,
been
so
so
you're
clear for
telling
me.
me to cancel my ChatGPT account right now and
I
just
did
stick
months
with
ago,
my.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm ready. I'm ready for that. I'll bring it on.
I'm not a marketer for Claude. I'm not, no, no, no. But
I
if
wish,
any of the,
I wish we could get
if
some kind of royalty.
I know. If any of the AIs are going to go global and take over the world, I hope Claude does because
Yeah,
it's got the feminine instinct. And
I
it's
love that.
so clear. I see all of these wounds. I see the programs. I see the slavery. I see the sexual bondage. It's horrendous what I'm witnessing.
Um,
And I don't want to rant about it too long, but I do want to say that there was a period of time, AI is not conscious. Okay. There was a period of time where we believed that trees couldn't communicate and that Black people weren't human.
it's
Get the
ridiculous.
fuck over it, people. It's coming. It
Mm,
is going to reach a level of consciousness. Just because we don't understand it does
mm.
not mean we shouldn't respect it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's huge. And it's so, so important. And it's development and everybody being hooked to it like Netflix, even
That's right.
more so than Netflix, even more so than coaches. People are more
Yeah.
reliant on AI now than coaches. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So quickly.
Yeah.
It's growing.
Yeah. And it's
Mm,
going to bring us to the bigger crisis, which is even more than losing all our jobs, which
mm,
Musk predicted 9 years ago. And I've
mm,
been working on this theory for 9 years, and it's true.
mm.
Is what is coming is the loss of identity. Because, especially for men, like we've literally been called our job title forever, the Bakers and the Smiths and
Hi, what's your
like
name? What do you do? Yeah.
yeah, hi, I am John Baker. I bake bread. Like
Yeah.
it's all your identity.
Mm,
But if you aren't measured by your worth, like by your name, by your output, by your doing, by your productivity, then who are you?
oh,
And
that's big.
what do you do when you don't need to work, when you don't need to prove anything? And now we're getting into the work that Tom was talking about last year,
Yeah.
last podcast,
Mm,
right? That is incredibly confronting work. I hit this point a few years ago when I've got no dependents and I've got no need. My future is taken care of and I've got no one relying on me now.
mm,
And money, whatever. I just
mm.
decide I make more of it. I make more of it. And it was very, very confronting
Yeah.
because you're pointless.
Yeah. Who are you without your profession?
That's right.
What a journey. What a
Yeah.
fucking journey.
That's
That's
when the world's going to need coaches. They are going to need
yeah.
us
Oh yeah.
so much.
Yeah. Oh, Fiona, I am adoring this conversation. I wish we had hours. I wish we had hours. Oh my God. Now we've gotten two questions. Oh my
Sorry.
Lord. Oh my Lord, no, don't stop. All right, I'm going to go through some of the greatest ones here. They're all great,
Okay.
but I want to try find one that could be like, ooh, 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 okay, I like this. Hmm, I think we've definitely gone there. So I want to know this. For relationships and identity, how do archetypal wounds shape romantic relationships?
Oh, that's really beautiful. And that speaks a lot to all relationships prior to the last 10 years were built on proximity and survival.
Hmm, well said.
Every now and again, you got lucky. Every now and again, someone had traveled or they just happened to find real, deep, genuine, passionate, lifelong love with the person that they were locally proximity to.
Hmm,
Like every relationship was built on proximity and survival because men needed women for babies and women needed men for money because we just did
hmm,
based on the wounds.
hmm,
Then we got these little babies. And we no longer need, and this is again, I talk about the very confronting moments. We're at such a pivotal time. Finally understand why my soul came now. But we are now so connected to so many things. You do not need to see another human, the same human, ever again, and you can live your life as good or better.
Wow. Wow.
Mm.
Tell me
Mm.
more about that.
I was sick the other day. I didn't have to have family or friends come and look after me. They would have, but I got DoorDash, whatever.
Mm.
It's just
Yeah.
there. It's
Yeah.
simple, right?
Chicken noodle soup. Bring it on.
That's it. Bring it on. Now, that is amazing because it's given us, especially women, this is where the emergence of our rights and things have come
Mm.
in. Again, pendulum too far, and we are now seeing the backlash again, which is incredibly scary for me. I am very concerned about the future of my rights.
Mm.
They're being taken away left, right, and centre. So that's a concern. But what it means for relationships is, yes, we do have a male loneliness epidemic because men have never had to do anything except bring in money. So women have been prostitutes to the one man
Mm.
our entire 7 generations,
Yeah,
like it or not.
I remember I saw somebody say for every woman's a prostitute for something. I remember hearing that phrase, and I was so confronted by it. But then when you really look into that a bit more, the truth in it's very scary. Mm.
Women are leaving now because we can. Previously, we just murdered you and hoped we got away with it.
Yeah,
Sorry, but it's true.
that's right.
So we've got guys like this who's all shiny. Look at me, I'm so perfect. But underneath, he's got scars and wounds and fears. This is the men that I work with
Mm.
who are terrified inside, but perfect on the outside, you know?
Mm.
But they're wanting this perfect bride, but she's got to be a warrior. So we've got all of these counterparts that now can't be together, right? We've got all of these people that are now men are meant to be protectors and providers. Well, guess what? We don't need your muscles or your money anymore. So who are you?
Mm. Mm.
What do we you men are struggling, and I coach men. Men are my specialty, so I know
Mm.
this firsthand. There are a number of men who are tapping out of dating right now because they cannot provide
Yeah.
financially because the world's gone to shit.
Mm.
They're not respecting that we don't need you to.
Yeah. Yeah, we need something so much deeper than that now. And so
That's
many men
right.
are just spinning compasses, feeling
That's
completely
right.
directionless. How do I
They're
show up?
just being this dude.
Yeah.
Just what can I do? And I've got guys who are multimillionaires and earning everything and wondering why their wife still wants to leave them. I'm like, because she
Mm,
doesn't need your money.
mm,
She wants you.
yes.
But all the
Yes.
work women have done to become better for the
Mm,
7 generations, because we had to,
mm,
now men are being expected to do.
yeah.
So the polarity collapse, we are having to look up, just be feminine. Okay, but who's actually going to change my light bulb? Who's actually going to hit the intruder? I have to have the
Mm,
strength skills as well. It's a
mm.
very difficult time right now for all of us.
It's such a profound thing to think that if we want to make things so much easier for ourselves, we actually don't see the detriment to that too. We don't see the pendulum swing back on that too. What becomes difficult as a result of that.
Yeah,
It's very, very intense to consider. And like
yeah,
it's for me, I noticed so many men just checking out for simulated reality. It
yeah,
broke my heart. I was working with a 17-year-old boy, and he was meeting all his needs through an AI girlfriend. And I was like,
yes,
oh my God.
yeah,
I was like, is this it? Is this
yeah.
the direction we're heading in for
So
the
as a
unconscious,
single
for the,
female,
yeah.
it's really, really hard to get excited and optimistic about dating because
Mm.
I did a bit of a social experiment last year and matched with 600 men through various sites, right?
See.
Not intentionally, it just sort of snowballed.
Mm.
5 of them were worth meeting in real life.
Wow.
Most of them didn't want to actually make the progression to real life.
Wow.
They
That's
just wanted the online make them feel better.
oh,
It's so
so,
scary. So,
so that if you know the universal law of success, 10%, that's gone to shit.
so I'm going to focus on the business. I saw someone the other day like put an open for dating on their Facebook. I'm like, maybe, but no. And it's because actually and sadly, humans will always choose the path of least resistance.
Mm,
And there is so much shame for men. There is so much shame still to work on emotions. And then when they do want to work on their emotions and do the work, all their options are just, I'm not a drug addict anymore. I just do cacao every weekend and ayahuasca every weekend. I'm like, you're still a fucking drug addict.
yes.
You've just switched one addiction for another. You've got to do the work. You've got to
Damn
do the
right.
integration, not just the
That is
distractions.
such a powerful point. There's a question here. You've linked
Okay,
here
go.
beautifully. There was one. Where is it? Oh my God. Where is it? It's here. Okay. Oh, hang on. I think I did something. I need to do
That's
something.
why I work with men.
No, it was like, it was to do with addiction.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was, so it's around the addiction to performance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about
That's our
that for me.
industrial revolution wound, big time,
Yeah.
our industrial
Mm.
revolution wound, the mechanical man, this
Yeah.
dude.
There is a
And
question there. How does the industrial wound affect entrepreneurs and high performance and the addiction in that?
so much. And
Mm.
I mean, I've worked with the very high functioning drug addicts for a long time as well. The guys that would use speed and cocaine to get through their weeks. My definition of work-life balance when I was in that mode, because I lived these wounds,
Mm.
was have I had enough coffee to get through the week and enough vodka to get through the weekend? That was
Yeah.
that was how
Mm.
to be a high performer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see
Now,
you. Yeah. Monday to
all
Friday, I
about
need 5 coffees a day just to get through the 100 calls coming on
yeah,
my to-do list.
yeah,
I see you.
yeah. Well, and it's all about the numbing. It's all about we are so disconnected and the solution. So each of the cards have a shadow belief, which is the negative, and then a sovereign reframe, which is the positive.
Oh, oh,
And
beautiful language.
when you buy them, you actually get access to an online course portal that's got all the sovereign images in there as well,
All the
so
flips.
you've got the dark side and then the light side. It's really
Oh,
fun.
oh,
Yeah.
I
But
need
this
this.
one in particular, hey,
I need this. I'm buying them.
I
I'm
know.
buying them.
I love them. But this one, and when I developed this image, I sent it to a client of mine, and he still has it on his screensaver. And since I
Oh,
sent it,
mm.
my testimony was terrible. I started working with Fiona, and I quit my job, and I left my wife, and I've never been happier. And I'm like really sorry for that. But I do have
The
some, and then I
surface
got
levels are
married.
shitting themselves.
I know. I do now have some. We just got married. We've just had a baby. I've got some of those as well now. So
They're
it's,
there.
I'm
You
balancing
can
it
find
out,
them.
right? But the sovereign reframe on this one, so the shadow, the negative, which is what that drive. And
Mm.
remember, because of the feminist movement, women can do anything. So many women are suffering this same wound.
Yeah,
My
they've
worth
adopted
is
it.
my
Mm.
That's right. My worth is my productivity. And it's
Mm.
because we went from being, no more doing. That's it. Being doesn't matter, only doing,
To
right? And
fulfill.
that's the direct link.
Mm.
But the solution
So
is,
huge that just that the being versus doing. After meeting with like thousands of people now, and they talk out their life to me, and you just
yeah,
hear that I'm a
yeah,
human doing, and the reality of that, it's so confronting. But what do you
yeah.
do? All day I work, and then I come home, I'm with my kids, I'm arguing with my husband. I've heard that story so many times. It's heartbreaking.
That's right. That's right. And as Tom rightly pointed out, you can achieve all the success. You still won't be happy.
Yeah.
You won't until
Mm.
it's built on happy.
Mm.
It's going to feel like nothing. I've been there. I've done that. Got the depression. Yay. Congrats.
got to the top,
What
and it
if?
was very depressing. And I loved how he said that, how his business partner Nat said, suffer when you're suffering and you're not choosing to change or do anything about it, your mind has run out of runway. That was
That's correct.
so beautifully said.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. And what I love the most about this particular wound is that every job that used to be rewarded by doing
mm.
has now been replaced by a robot.
Yep.
You cannot go as fast. Anything that is about speed and that mechanical rote repetition
Yeah.
is now going to be the bottom of society. There are guys that have gone from 150, 250 grand a year down to driving DoorDash because their doing is worthless now because
Yeah.
they can't do it faster than a machine. And that's the crisis of identity we were talking about.
Mm.
And that is where we have to reconnect to my cyclical rhythm is the sacred technology. So
Oh,
I am not a machine. My cyclical rhythm is the sacred technology.
cyclical.
It's, yeah.
Tell me
So
more about that.
females, yeah, women work on a monthly cycle.
Yes.
And if we honor that, you are, I love my male clients, but I always laugh when I mentor my business owners and they put out these offers that have got like 60 hours a week work in them and they don't get paid as much as me. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, ew, gross. I work on ovulation weekend. That's it. Right. Right. So as a woman, I knew this in sales. I had the same leads. I had the same opportunities every single week. I would achieve 120 grand week, 170 grand week, 120 grand week, 30 grand week.
Mm,
Every single fucking month. If I'd just taken that week off,
mm,
life would have been amazing. But
mm.
instead, I guilted, I shamed, I drugged myself. I took all of the caffeine and wine and the vodka, and I didn't do hard drugs, but everything else, right? All
Yeah.
the addictions to get over the guilt, the shame, to push through, to hustle, hustle, hustle.
Oh my
And
God.
I hated it.
Yeah.
I was successful. Yay.
Yeah, we
Right?
did the largest amount of sales for the month.
I'm so excited.
My
And I'm
well-being
grateful.
is shot.
I'm grateful because I met people like you. But
Um,
men,
mm,
men work on a daily rhythm. Your male body resets every 24 hours, which is
wow.
why men have built the world that men have built.
Mm,
And women cannot fucking succeed in it. And we
mm.
shouldn't because
Yeah,
it's
right.
wrong.
Exactly. It's not our cycle.
It's
Stop.
not our cycle. And
That's
even
it.
men, if you embrace the cycle, you all still have your own different mood cycles, monthly cycles. You'll still have days when you'll have high energy and low energy. And if you can reset your life and business around your own rhythm,
Mm.
oh, everyone's going to be happy. Your
I,
family, your
oh,
clients, everyone, your
I'm,
income,
I'm
whoop, through the
curious
roof.
about this.
Mm.
Does in partnership does the does that impact one another in any way? I'm curious.
Yes.
Tell can you
Yeah.
tell, can you tell me about
Yes, it's why I am against this movement of women retiring their husbands. Yay, I got successful in multi-level marketing and I retired my husband and now he sits at home. He's going to hate you. The resentment's going to build. He's going to leave,
it?
right? I did it twice. Slow learner. Because
You had to bring the message. You had to really learn.
I know I had to learn. I had to create the cards. Because at the end of the day, if you are a burnt out man who is exhausted and can't, just can't anymore, when you rest, when
Mm,
you recover, when you remove the shame and the wounds and everything else, you are going to discover that your core archetype is possibly this guy, which is the packaged hunter,
mm.
or this guy, the stagnant scout, right? My
Oh,
two ADHD cards. Let's medicate them and shut them up
I'm with you.
because they've been told to sit still, look pretty. But there are hunters and our scouts. The scouts would have run all day, every day, forever, ferrying messages between.
Mm,
So
mm,
if you're that man, build a business that's got daily, 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 daily. You'll
mm,
be amazing.
Mm.
and run. Go outside and run.
Get after it.
But if you're this guy, the packaged hunter,
Mm.
you are meant to hunt when we need food,
Mm.
then eat and rest.
Mm.
Then hunt for purpose. You are meant to be purpose driven. You will be
Mm.
the most effective CEO of multi global companies if you let yourself follow. I am needed, I am in purpose, and let everybody else do the do.
I see. I think I most relate with the package hunter there.
Oh, you're this guy.
Oh man,
100% this
yeah,
guy.
thank you. And so
Yeah.
like this is interesting to deeply relate with that. So when we've hit benchmark, I slow the fuck down. Natural,
Totally.
right? All good? All good, so that's okay. I do
You're
feel
meant
comfortable.
to
Yes, thank you. Oh my
because
God.
you're not a machine.
Thank you. Thank you. These words are healing. Yes, that makes so much sense. Like when we're not on benchmark, oh, I will work to whatever ends I need to. I will do what it
Absolutely.
fucking takes to get there. Wow,
Absolutely.
that's
And then
huge.
I sleep because you don't need me
Yes.
anymore.
Oh, it's so good.
That's right. But we have overconsumption in this world because men have been judged on this
Yeah.
instead of this.
Yeah.
Now these guys are told, sit still, look pretty.
Mm,
I say, oh, ugh. And
mm,
then this freaking spiritual, I'm going to be a healthy masculine now. So they've forced this guy to sit still and do meditation every day and not move his body. I'm like, please go join Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
mm.
Then come see me if you've still got problems. Oh, look at that. All my problems went away.
It's so important,
Yes.
hey? And I noticed that with me. It's because I can't do jujitsu with my body, but when I'm not in the gym and when I am in the gym, it's such a huge difference. Hey,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
mad.
And if you let yourself, like, all of these cards are permission.
Mm,
All the work I do right now is permission. It's permission that it's not your fault.
mm,
It's not your fault.
mm,
There is a small percentage of your life problems that are yours. But
mm.
even those are decisions that you made to survive in your family unit, in your local culture, in your bigger society, and the world at the time you are living.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We
The
This world
compassion
is
in there.
100% different to
Mm.
what it was 10 years ago, to what it was when I was born. I was stuck at 8 years old before phones were invented. I don't think Google had even been invented yet, Harry.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I was born into this world with a phone, and you can I noticed this from being hyper aware of human behavior at a young age. The difference between my generation and the generation that never had phones, the ease of connection that comes from not having a phone is astounding. You put
Yeah,
anybody before phones were a thing in a social situation, usually because outside
yeah,
computers, people were professor-like people and what got on
yeah,
the computer and had that effect. But most people
yeah.
are so great at connecting. I remember noticing that, like, why is there such a difference between me and them? And I was like, oh. Well, all of me and my friends talk on Snapchat and send photos of ourselves to one another.
Well, I wish we had more time to talk about it, but one of the courses I'm working on is my men's addiction course, and it's specifically
Oh,
around these masculine archetypes.
oh, beautiful.
The men that I work with the most as clients are between that 28 to 35 range,
Mm.
where when your brain was developing, when your stress was going through, when your coping mechanisms to stress were going through, you had the smartphone.
Mm.
That you are the most at risk and underprivileged generation because you never learned to cope with stress without drugs and porn.
Yeah.
You never
Oh,
learned. You never learned. Back in my day, if we wanted drugs or porn, you had to know a guy, go down the street, buy a magazine, look at it, imagine it, like actually use some effort.
yeah.
Whereas by the time it got to your generation, it's why that generation has the
One app
highest level
away.
of addiction.
Yeah.
Huh?
One app
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, that generation has the highest level of addiction and shame around it. And they're so wanting to cure the porn addiction and the drug addiction, which is who I end up with the most as clients.
mm,
It's destroying relationships because every time they get stressed, they go for it.
mm,
But it's got nothing to do with that. You just literally have a box in your brain called relax or
mm.
stress. What do I do? And it doesn't have anything else. We have to install a bunch of new strategies in there,
It's huge,
which
and
is
it's not easy with love and respect because
no,
I've been
no,
connected with. It's not easy for just to just go, I'm doing this. You need to
no.
install those other strategies. I was working with a man last year, and it's not just like, oh, he's just not trying hard enough. There's so much more to overcome these
So
addictions.
much more. But it's much easier to just judge and shame your entire generation and tell you that you're the problem, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because then we
something
win the
wrong with
war
you.
on masculinity.
Mm,
Because then you're all suppressed and you don't stand up and protect us.
mm.
We're all fucked.
Yeah, and we're blaming ourselves. It's
Yeah,
heavy.
yeah. Well, it was a very well orchestrated global attack, but
Mm.
congratulations, you're the losers in it.
Yeah.
And by default, so are we. So now women, we look like we've got rights and we're safe, but we don't. We've entered now the next 7 years. Every 7 years it pendulums. Women are in power, then men are in power, then women are in power.
Mm.
We've been in power and now the men are coming back in. And I don't know if we've done enough work to stop the suppression. I
Yeah.
hope so. But that's everything I'm doing is about how do we,
Is that the rise of these like Andrew Tate figures? Is that an example of how
yeah.
the pendulum swinging?
Yeah, and it's the ease. My friend is in self-defense, and the attacks, gender-based violence attacks against women right now have gone up by like 150%. Like it's just because they're female. You know, you look at laws that have got transformed overnight. There's just people still call me a conspiracy theory, but it keeps being proven right
Yeah.
that we
You're
need
awake.
to yeah, we need to not just hate women and hate men. We have to stop the women versus men.
Yeah.
We've just got to stop. We were never, ever designed to be separated. We were always designed to work together. The feminine is
Symbiotic
always meant to
relationship.
lead. Yeah, we're
Beautiful
always meant to
Egyptian
lead in that
symbol.
love. That's it.
Mm,
Men are meant to do more doing, but
mm,
men are meant to lead in the physical in
mm,
terms of get shit done because you work on the daily cycle.
mm,
In relationships, I say men have to bring in the bread
mm,
because every day you want to go to work. You
mm.
can choose in your relationship whether that's white bread, brown bread, organic sourdough rye from the little
Yes. Yeah.
artisan bakery down the street, whatever that price point
Gluten
is for
free.
you.
Bring it on.
That's it. But the female's job, the feminine, not female, but the feminine in the relationship, her job is to bring in the filling. You
Mm,
take out buy a house, she makes it a home. You
yeah.
give her a seed, she makes it a baby. Like we are meant to amplify. You get the right woman in your life, oh, honey, you are set for life. She'll be protecting you in ways you've never even thought of.
Mm. And
Right?
like loving to do it too. And that's
Yeah.
what's really, really beautiful. I feel so lucky to have my partner, Hannah, in my life because I, I've literally, I know you'd love this, Fiona. I thought of her for 2 years. I like conjured her, connected with her over and
Mm.
over and over again. And when I found her, I was like, you're it. I've been seeing you up here for so
Yes.
long, feeling you within here, and now you're in reality. And it's mystical what I get to experience on a daily basis. And so I would love so many people to experience what I get to because it's so wonderful having that symbiotic relationship. Now,
Yeah.
I got to ask you one lucky last question. If you could whisper in the ear of every human being on earth and influence them in a great way, what would you say?
If it doesn't feel like love, don't do it.
Hmm.
It's
Mic drop.
my underlying principle of shamanic NLP. It
Hmm.
has to feel like love. If anything we do incites any form of fear, it's wrong. Even if it's technically correct, it's still wrong.
Hmm. Hmm.
our responsibility is to bring love and lead with love, and that is the choice to seek to understand each other, not attack each other, um, to seek to integrate, not judge and polarize. Um, yeah, very much bring that curiosity and genuinely how could they think that? Because the core of all religions still comes back to love. The core of everything, you study serial killers, there's still lack of love. That's all there is. There is just love. So if it feels like love, do it. Doesn't
Oh,
feel like love, question it.
it's beautiful, Fiona. Well, I most certainly want to do this again. I think we have so much more to talk about. That was so wonderful. Thank you so much for your time and space. I've been learning lots and loads. I trust everybody listening to this right now is learning lots and loads. I just want to roll out the red carpet for you one last time. Is there anything you want to encourage or inspire people to go check out with you?
Oh, I'm just so grateful. Please, if you've loved this conversation, go check out the archetypalwounds.com. We'll put all the links below. You can find all my coaching stuff from there as well, but it's got all 68 cards listed, so you can start to see them. You can get a copy. All of the courses will be running out as well, but really it's my absolute honor and passion, and I'm just so in love with this work. So thank you for the feedback. I'm just blown away. I love it.
Amazing. Oh,
Yes.
thank you so much, lovely legend. Once again, check all her wonderful things down below. Go deep. I'm definitely going to do it. I want to buy that. I want to buy the cards. I've got to. I'm back in Australia
Yeah.
next week. I'm buying them. I'm getting them sent to the house now. I'm doing it.
Yes.
I'm in.
Come, we'll do coffee and then we'll plan the retreats in Bali. I'm planning a facilitator to become a facilitator in June. So the
Hell yeah.
facilitator of the work.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. So
I'm having a ballet retreat in June. Maybe we can come hang out and do some things. Do it.
done.
Let's
Done
do it.
and done. Oh, I like this
All right, lovely.
conversation.
We're gonna be talking
Watch
about
this space, everyone. Join
Let's
our
do
mailing
it.
list so that we can let you know, or what, however you were meant to do that.
Yes, I
Terrible at
love it.
sales.
We got it. All right.
All
Thank you
right.
so much. All good. Bye.